Okay, it's 4 o'clock, and I will call this meeting to order. This is the date and time set by the Planning Commission to hear case 24-02, the request from Walter and Sherry Adkins, property owners of 307 Coronado Trail, for a rezoning. Kevin, call the roll, please.
Ms. Baber?
Here.
Mr. Hannah?
Here.
Mr. Wozak?
Here.
Mayor Howard?
Here.
And Mr. Atkins?
Here.
So before we get started, Bob, let me welcome you aboard. Thank you for your willingness to serve. And just for the record, Bob's been a resident of Enon for many years, and he's a professor of accounting at Clark State College as well. So thank you for your willingness to be on the board. Appreciate it. So the format that we'll use is similar to the other meetings. Kevin, I will let you give a staff background. Mr. Atkins, I'll allow you to speak on behalf as the applicant, and then we'll have any discussion afterwards. So Kevin, I'll turn it over to you.
All right. Okay. On March 19th, today, the Planning Commission is meeting. There was a 15-day notice in the Springfield newspaper. 15-day notice of property owners within 300 feet. Package to the board on the 21st of February. Letter to the owner on the 21st of February. Letter was submitted to the commission from Walter and Sherry Atkins, property owner of 307 Coronado Trail. The property owner has requested the property be rezoned from single-family residential to multi-family residential. Ordinance single-family residential 1142.01 kind of states what that ordinance is there. And then 1143.01 is the two-family residential district, which is being requested to be changed to. And there's a picture of the property, aerial view of the property, location. And I guess that's it.
So Kevin, on the proposed rezoning from R2 to R5, the R5 allows for single and two-family residential, but nothing more than that, if I'm reading that correct.
Correct. That's the way I read it, yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Any other questions for Kevin, our administrator? Walter, you want to speak?
Do you all have any questions for me before I speak?
I think my only question would be like regarding parking.
Mhm.
Is the driveway sufficient for everybody who would be involved?
No,
in it?
actually, Brenda's dad, Brenda that lives there, her dad had a barber shop down there, and so off of Coronado or the Grand Valley, he actually has a driveway there. It's grassed over because they haven't used it in a while, but that's gravel underneath of there. So the culvert's already underneath. We're just going to put some gravel down for that entrance going into the basement. The basement has its own separate entrance. But it works in that sense that it won't take anything for us to add gravel on top of it. Like as we've been working, we drive in and out there, and you can't even tell that we've been hardly driving in and out of there. So, because it's already gravel packed there. So, but he always had it that way for his barber shop.
Gotcha. And that's off of Grand Valley Drive.
I'm trying to pull GIS up.
Yeah, that would be off of Grand Valley Drive. That would go into the side of the house,
That would-
correct?
Pull that back up. I can show them real quick. Where
I
it's
saw the
at.
walkway.
Okay.
Is that then to the east of the,
Yeah, I
okay.
can show you real quick where it's at.
Sure.
I saw the walkway as we came up here this
Don't
evening.
put them tall. Right here,
Yeah, off of Green Valley. Okay.
underneath those pine
It's-
trees.
Okay, and then the driveway is there
Okay.
on the,
And the main driveway, the concrete
you're right,
driveway's
yeah.
here.
I turned around there a minute ago.
Okay. But the gravel driveway comes up underneath it here, and there's a walkway coming up to where the
I saw
barber
the
shop was.
walkway, yeah,
Yeah.
but I didn't see the gravel driveway.
So it's covered, because we hadn't used it in years, it's covered over with grass and stuff. But we're having new gravel laid down there, but it's,
So in relation
Question.
to the sidewalk, then the driveway is to the right of that as you're going up.
the
Grand?
driveway, the sidewalk comes right up to where that gravel would be.
Oh, okay. So
So,
here's the sidewalk.
and there's enough room there, basically,
Okay.
for 2 cars.
And that's clear of the culvert?
Okay.
I have a general question, and it's not just for Mr. Atkins, but why? Why are we entertaining, or why are you coming forward to rezone? Is this something that is compelled to happen?
It is in a single-family residential, one family
Okay,
per unit, if you will, per house. So because the families are not related,
Okay,
so now
Oh, Brenda, our sister, or stuff, but
right.
you feel like relation, don't you? Yeah.
her mom calls me son, so, but Brenda's gonna be living upstairs.
Right.
My son just got married.
Right. I read the letter.
So
I
from a
understand.
zoning standpoint,
Yeah.
that would not conform to an R2. It would have to be the minimum of an R5, which would allow
Okay.
two separate family, one in the upstairs, one in the downstairs.
And that's the why I asked the
Yes.
general question, because it's like, well, we've got plenty of houses around here that have generational family members living there. It's like, okay, you
Right.
see cars parked on the street and such, but the connection is family versus
And we
non-family.
it came to my mind, we ought to at least call and ask. I called and asked, and he looked into it and said, no, because Brenda's not family, we should do that.
Right.
So that's the reason we're doing it.
Okay, it's not, it has nothing to do with the business aspect of renting, rather, just a matter of 2 separate families, one building, and we need to make sure that it's,
Yes,
Our-
absolutely.
Our
Got it.
ambitions down the road is we bought it more of a retirement home.
understand.
Sooner or later, we've got to move out of the funeral home. And we're sell that and move out at some point. And when
Right.
we do, we're going to move in there, and before that, say our son and daughter-in-law decide they're going to buy a house. That's their ambition down the road, is they're going to build a house somewhere or buy a house. And if they do, then our daughter will probably move into the basement. And then sooner or later, we will retire and we're moving there. So that's our intentions down the
Just
road.
out of curiosity, are you looking at expanding the footprint of the present building at all? Just,
No.
okay.
So ultimately,
The amount of money I can spend, the better.
No, I walk past there every day.
Walter, you would be living in the properties. What
That's
you're
what
saying.
our plans are.
Okay.
I mean, you never know what 20 years is going to bring, but
And that's exactly right. So, well, first of all, any more questions for Walter?
No.
Thank you. So, the planning commission making a decision has to think of any potential ramifications 15 years down the road, 20 years down the road before a rezoning is made. And that's what the responsibility lies with the members. From my standpoint, as mayor and also president of the commission, and previous experience with zoning, is this considered spot zoning, where you have a single family, then surrounded by that you have an R5, which would allow for 2-family, multifamily. So I know there have been some court cases regarding spot zoning. I did reach out to our village solicitor for a little bit of guidance to make sure that we do our due diligence before we make a determination. And just about an hour ago, I got about a 4-page response from him that I have not had a chance to go through. My thoughts are this, and these are just my thoughts, that this opinion should be shared with each member, and that would be a confidential sharing. That would be information from the village attorney to you as a member for you to look at and make sure that we understand before a decision is made that it's based upon good judgment and the information that the solicitor has provided. We reconvene We have 30 days to actually make a decision, but because of the information that is contained, and in my opinion, it needs to be looked at and absorbed, again, to make sure we make a good decision, but we would reconvene within that 30 days and actually make a determination. And I'd entertain any other thoughts. That's just my thoughts on the
Just a
situation.
question for Mr. Atkins. Would that delay, on our part, necessary delay, impact anything that you've got to do relative to the property?
No, because we're gonna go ahead and start doing some things in the basement, just to be getting, cause it's just an open basement right now.
Right.
We're going to start doing some of that stuff to get that out of the way, cause it's gonna be done either way.
Right.
Right.
And then, yeah, so that delay is whatever works for you guys.
Okay.
I mean, quicker the better for me, but just keep me from having to guess.
Well, I would presuppose that once you move families together, non-relational families together, at that point in time, it becomes imperative. You're not anticipating anything like that happening within the next 30 days.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta do some walls and do some stuff.
Right.
down. So, yeah, that's not gonna.
Okay.
So we'll make a motion to
Good.
table that then.
Yes, if you would, please. I'd entertain a motion and a second to table our decision until we have a chance to review the legal opinion from our village solicitor.
I think it'd be prudent to digest what has been written, so I'd move that as presented.
Need a second?
Second.
Do you have anything?
Discussion.
Yes, I just wanted to understand whether that is an individual review of the document, or is that an individual and/or a collective review or discussion by the panel?
So to clarify, I'll ask our administrator to provide each one of you a copy before you leave today, with the understanding that copy stays with you. You review it. Do not discuss the situation amongst each other until we reconvene again at the determined time. And after we make this, the motion goes, we'll figure out a date for our follow-up meeting.
Right.
Any other discussion? Call the roll, please.
Ms. Baber?
Aye.
Mr. Hannah?
Yes.
Mr. Wozak?
Yes.
Mayor Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Atkins?
Yes.
Meeting date, next meeting date, what would work for folks?
Everybody's got a calendar here in front of
Right in front of you.
Glance. Yeah. See, we're presently on March 19th. I don't suppose we would need much more than 2 weeks to look at that. What about April 2nd? That work for people?
Works for
2
me.
weeks.
Bob,
Yes.
Kathleen?
Oh, sorry, I'm having
Oh, you're fine.
issues with my
Mr. Atkins?
phone.
Chuck?
Wait a minute, April, do I need to be here for it?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, April 2nd, I gotta be in West Virginia for a court case.
Okay.
I don't see any problem with my schedule.
No, mine either. I'm good.
Let's set it
We
for,
want to move it back then to a week from today prior to council meeting, or if we'd be here on the 26th, give it a week.
I think we go with April 2nd. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. April 2nd, 4 o'clock? Will that work? Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
Need a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
All right.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Meeting adjourned.